everybody, welcome back to my channel. So for today's video, I wanted to do something that was a little bit different from my typical content. And when I filmed this video last year in Switzerland, I tracked how much money I spent on my layover. So I was thinking I could do something like that, but switch it up a bit. I tracked how much money I spent on 3 different layovers. So 3 very different trips. One was a 3-day domestic trip, one was a 2-day domestic trip, and then one was a 3-day international trip. So we are going to start with my 3-day domestic trip to Oregon. Good evening, everybody. Currently, I am in Portland, Oregon. I just got here and I am ready for bed. I worked 1 flight today from Philadelphia here to Portland, and today is also day 1 where I'm doing this little experiment, I guess you could call it, where I track how much money I spend on my flight attendant trips. So today I bought one thing and it was a coffee. Let me pull up my screenshot so I can tell you guys exactly how much I spent. So I ordered a tall, which is the 2nd smallest size at Starbucks, because they do offer a short for certain coffees that I think is like 8 ounces. But anyways, this one was a tall, so it was 12 ounces, and it is an iced brown sugar oat milk shaken espresso. Try saying that 5 times fast. And the coffee itself was $6.50, and then I did add the vanilla sweet cream cold foam on top, and that was an additional $1.40. My total for that coffee ended up being $7.46, and man, you guys, I swear the price of coffee has gone up so much because it did not used to be that expensive. And then I did give a $1 tip to our van driver. It's pretty well known throughout the aviation industry. Pilots do it, flight attendants do it. Whenever we take a shuttle to or from the airport, we always tip our van driver $1 each. Today, I did not need to buy any food for my trip because I meal prepped from home. I brought some snacks and my dinner and some fruit with me, so that took me through today. And then I do have some plans tomorrow though, where I know I will be spending some money. So today is day 2 of my trip, and I wanted to go over my expenses with you guys today. So the first thing that I did spend money on today was actually something that I purchased a while ago, and it was our guided tour today, which honestly, it was so worth the money. Me and my friend Sarah, who is also a flight attendant on this trip with me, went on this hiking excursion together, and it was amazing. We saw so many waterfalls. It felt great to be outdoors, so definitely worth the money in my opinion. And for both of us, it was $139.90. I bought both of our tickets ahead of time, and then Sarah agreed that she would pay for the Ubers to get there and back, which it did add up to be like splitting the tour in half anyway. So the Uber to get to the guided tour was $36.96, and then the Uber home, I think it was around $30. So really, if you want to divide that in half, because we're each splitting the cost of everything that we did today, it was $103.43. Which to me, it was worth it because we really wanted to get outdoors and explore the waterfalls and everything, but we didn't really know where to go. So it was nice having that tour guide specifically. Of course, it might have been a little cheaper to have done it on our own, but we didn't want to risk getting lost or going somewhere that we weren't supposed to. I don't know, it just gave us peace of mind, and we really enjoyed doing the tour itself. Oh, and then on the tour as well, when we were done seeing the waterfalls and hiking and whatnot, we stopped at this berry farm, and so I bought a muffin because it looked really good, and that was $4, and I will probably have that for breakfast tomorrow morning once I land back in Philadelphia. And then after we went hiking, we decided to grab some lunch. We went to this place called Grassa, which is one of my favorites. I love it. I got spaghetti and meatballs, and the serving sizes, in my opinion, are pretty big, so neither of us could finish our entire meal, so that will definitely be my lunch and my dinner. And my total for that meal was $32.62 for the spaghetti, the meatballs, the garlic bread, and the tip. I always try to get a little souvenir from wherever I travel to, so at Multnomah Falls, they had a gift shop with a bunch of magnets and other items, so I bought this magnet, and it was $7. I just got to my hotel room in Charleston, South Carolina. Wait, I need to grab my phone. I have all of my money stuff on it. I'm keeping a tracker on my phone where I have everything that I've spent. While we are on the topic of money, I wanted to talk to you guys about how I am tracking my spending as well as creating custom budgets for myself. I am using the app Rocket Money, who has helped me tremendously, as well as over 5 million of their members. I would like to kindly thank them for sponsoring today's video and tell you guys more about them and how they can help you. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower your bills, and manage your money better. I am personally using Rocket Money right now to set customized budgets that automatically monitor my spending by category, and I also receive notifications when I've exceeded my spending limit. Rocket Money has helped save its customers up to $740 a year when they use all of the features, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. To save more and spend less, you can join the over 5 million members, myself included, I am one of them, using Rocket Money today. You can go to rocketmoney.com/jettingjulia or click the link in my description box below to get started for free. You can also unlock even more features with premium. Again, that's rocketmoney.com/jettingjulia to get started for free. This morning, I did not want to spend any money, so I made a coffee at home and I drank that on the way to the airport. But then from home, I brought some blueberries and a Greek yogurt, but then I forgot my granola at home, and I'm one of those people where like I just need a little bit of crunch in my food. And so I bought a little granola from the airport along with a banana to make my own little makeshift breakfast on the plane at work. The granola and the banana, thankfully it was not expensive, and I did get an airline discount, like an employee discount. Certain restaurants and places throughout airports and hotels and whatnot, we get airline discounts. And so for the granola and the banana, I spent $2.73. However, I am here all day, and my friend from Chicago, she's a Chicago-based flight attendant, her name is Amara, she's actually flying in to meet up with me on this layover because she loves Charleston. And so I said to her, we need to go out and we need to see all the good restaurants and go shopping and just have fun. So I do know that we're gonna have a little bit of a girls' day today, and I will probably spend some money, but I did meal prep for tomorrow. I have some leftover chicken parm from home, so I'll be able to eat that for lunch, and then I have some protein bars and stuff that I can probably eat for breakfast tomorrow. So today I'll be spending some money, and then hopefully tomorrow I won't need to. So first and foremost, I just want to say that I had an absolute blast exploring Charleston on this layover with my friend Amara, eating great food, shopping, going to the beach. It was like the perfect summer day. Now let's break down exactly how much I spent. So the first thing I bought was this beautiful new ring. I really wanted it because I had an ocean themed ring that was actually from New Jersey, but unfortunately it broke. So I was looking for a new one anyway, and when I saw this one, it just felt very fitting given the scenery of the place that we were at, and I just fell in love. I also really liked that it was waterproof, so I feel like it was worth the money. The total I spent on this ring was $41.42. Next up, we were parched, so we decided to grab something to drink. We stopped at a lemonade stand that looked so fresh and delicious. I ordered their blackberry lemonade, and including tip, the total was $6.55. For lunch, we went to this place called Miller's All Day, and we actually both ordered a grilled cheese sandwich with tomato soup. With tip, my total ended up being $23.44. We were both on the hunt for a shirt that said Charleston on it, and throughout the entire day, we just like didn't see one that we loved until we went into this store called My Sister's Cottage, and we immediately knew that we found the ones that we wanted. The shirts were a little pricey with tax. The total for my shirt was $46.82. Now, I was actually okay with spending this much on this one t-shirt because one, I did really like it, and also I really like the message and what My Sister's Cottage stands for. I talked about it more in my specific video from Charleston, but 10% of the proceeds from My Sister's Cottage go to different charitable organizations to help set up a safe house for victims of human trafficking. So for me, I just felt really good about where my money was going as well. While we were down there, I did also buy Eric a birthday present. I got him 3 pairs of chubby swim trunks, and the reason why I bought 3 was because they were having a major summer sale. The lady told me that normally the swim trunks are like $70 to $80, and they were on sale for $40. So I knew Eric was probably gonna want some new swim trunks for this summer, so I bought him 1 pair that he can have now just to make sure that I got the sizing correct, and then I ended up buying him 2 more pairs that he could have as birthday presents because his birthday is coming up. The total I spent on the 3 swim trunks was $130. The next thing we did was take an Uber to Folly Beach. I paid for the Uber going to the beach, and then Amara paid for the Uber going back. And the total for my Uber trip was $19.62. While at Folly Beach, I did stop at the gift shop to get a magnet just because that is like one of the souvenirs that I always get. And for this magnet, I spent a total of $5.44. That night for dinner, we went to an Italian restaurant called Mario's, and we decided to split a penne with vodka sauce and a margarita pizza. I also got a Sprite, and my total for the evening dinner was $32.44. After dinner, and to finish out our perfect summer day, we went to this place called Jenny's to get ice cream. And honestly, this ice cream was pricier than I was expecting, but it was worth it because it was delicious. My total for 2 scoops of ice cream was $8.16. I also have to remind myself that I feel like whenever you are traveling, especially to touristy places, the prices are always going to be jacked up a little bit just because they know they can. Also, I spent $2 in van tips. As flight crew, like I mentioned earlier in the video, we always give a $1 tip going to the hotel and then a $1 tip leaving. So this was definitely an expensive day. And I just want to say that normally I repeat, I do not spend this much money on my layovers. This just happened to be a day where I was somewhere very exciting and I did some birthday shopping. I did some shopping for myself. We ate out for every meal. We took Ubers to the beach. Like, it was just a day where naturally I spent more money, but I do feel like it was worth it because of everything that we got to do that day. With all of that said, we are going to move into the third and final trip where I tracked my spending, and that is my 3-day international trip to Amsterdam. All right, you guys, so we are about to start a 3-day international trip. We are going to Amsterdam. I'm so excited because I have never been there before, and I wanted to keep up with my little trend of tracking how much I spend on my layovers, so I thought this would be a really good layover to also include in this video. And I guess I could include this even though I'm technically not on the trip yet, but I have left home, so that's why I'm going to include it. But I did buy some lunch at Wawa. I got a 6-inch, it's called a shorty, roast beef hoagie from Wawa, and it is Hoagie Fest right now, so they are offering discounts on their hoagies, which is awesome. So I did buy this, and then I also bought a pack of gum, and the total I spent on both of these was $7.59. I don't think that I'll need to buy anything else before I work this flight, but I'll definitely let you guys know if I do. And yeah, with all of that said, let's go to Amsterdam. So I just bought this ticket so I can get into the town, and I paid €9 for this, so I need to look up when I get home how much that is in US dollars. But when I looked up the Uber price, it was going to be about €20, so about double the price to get down there, and then I'm assuming it would be the same coming back. So it's definitely cheaper to take public transportation as opposed to just an Uber by yourself. The total was $9.65, and I believe this specific train ticket that I bought was good for a full 24 hours. I then went to get breakfast. I went to this really pretty cafe and I spent $7.24, and this was on a small vanilla latte as well as a croissant. I really do try to get just a few souvenirs on my travels. Normally it's a magnet. Lately I've been wanting to get t-shirts that say the actual name of the destination on it, as well as bookmarks. So today I did buy a t-shirt for $21.44, as well as a bookmark for $6.38. After walking around the town all day, I worked up an appetite and was so hungry, and I knew that I wanted some really good lunch to eat. And I found this really good pasta place, so I had that with a Coke Zero, and on my lunch I spent a total of $20.11. One thing I am always forgetting about is that in Europe there are hardly any public restrooms. In the US, you can go into any department store, literally any store at all, and there are free public bathrooms that you can use. However, in many places in Europe, there's just not. That's not a thing. And so I went to like 4 or 5 different department stores, like trying to find a bathroom, and they did not have one. Finally, I found a bathroom in a public mall, and you did have to pay. I always forget that you have to do that, but this one I was able to use my card, which was really nice, and I paid $1.07 in order to use the bathroom. Whenever I am abroad, I just have to get gelato. It is just the most delicious and tasty treat, and so I found this little gelato shop, and I got cookies and cream gelato. I ordered a small and the total for that was $4.83. For dinner that night, I definitely did treat myself. I was really craving a steak. So I definitely spent more on dinner than I normally would have, but it was delicious and totally worth the money in my opinion. For this dinner, I had a steak, fries, and a glass of wine for $47.91. So the total amount of money that I spent on my layover in Amsterdam was $128.22. Those are all of the trips that I tracked for this month. If you like this kind of video, let me know and I'll track more trips. Like maybe I'll try to track my reserve trips or I don't know, other types of trips. But full transparency, I was a little nervous to film this video just because money is a very hot topic and I feel like it's oftentimes very easy to compare yourself to how much money someone that you know or a content creator, influencer, whatever can or cannot spend. I am definitely guilty of comparing myself to others, but also I wanted to create this video to show you what budgeting might be like in other places across the United States or in other countries as well. Whenever I buy things, I want to make sure that it has really good intention and that it's going to get really good use. So everything that I do buy has a purpose and I try really hard to just not buy things just to buy them. Thank you again to Rocket Money for sponsoring today's video. You guys can go to rocketmoney.com/jettingjulia or click the link in my video description box below. I really hope that you all enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please give me a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe because I would love to see you in future content. I hope that you're having a fabulous day and I'll see you next time. Bye!